So choice can be helpful, but actually it's not the critical piece for kids. If they're being asked to do something, if they have voice and that you have shown that their opinion matters and their perspective matters, choice is not actually the most important thing. It's fascinating research because it was daily diaries of students. So they asked kids on a daily basis to diary about their experience in a certain learning experience and what the teacher did and how they responded. And so across 50 days, they looked at these diary entries and across a big sample of kids. And that's where they found like, oh, choice is actually not that big of a deal. It's like, it's not the one that you should harp on, or really worry about. Well, what does matter is if the kids' opinions and preferences and perspectives aren't really valued, that's what sticks with them across time,
I think sometimes choice is one of those misconceptions that's really hard because there is so much about learning and education in a formal sense that we don't get choice on. We have state standards that we need to meet, et cetera. So choice does come through more in those modalities. It's the choice is about how can I show what I've learned? How can I connect what I've learned to something that is valuable to me? That is where the piece around choice and voice comes in, and more strongly. Sometimes we have to get away from thinking that everything has to be intrinsically motivated, that there are some things in life that we are not intrinsically motivated to do. We do it because we're extrinsically motivated, and that's okay. And that sometimes to get students to some intrinsic motivation, that ownership is really key, or just kind of convincing them that the relationship we have with them, being that, I think too, once again, to the culturally responsive, being that warm demander is enough, right? I can get you to some extrinsic because you value the relationship.
What we mean by sense of agency or feeling agentic is not just having control or choice, it's also valuing what you're doing and feeling like you have the competency and the confidence to actually succeed at what you're doing. So when students feel agentic, they ask for help. They also feel ready to seek help and confident to seek help. And they let teachers know what they need and feel more confident. And the research around agentic engagement is really cool because it's suggesting that this is a proactive aspect of how students engage, that there's initiative, that there's a level of involvement. Feeling autonomous is kind of synonymous with feeling free a little bit and actually having volition and will in what you're doing and choice. And there is research definitely that points to this being key to motivating students and definitely key to academic success. We do know that when there is more ownership being felt by students, they're going to be more cognitively engaged, affectively or emotionally engaged, and behaviorally engaged. It's kind of the first step towards those other types of engagement.